Yo, what up, everybody? One Piece Chapter 819. Man, every single time I think I got Luffy figured out, he does something that kind of just blows me away a little bit. So when Momonosuke is just standing there crying, Luffy looks at him. He says, "Look, we want to kick Kaido's ass, and that's all cool. But what do you want? You just gonna sit there and cry? Aren't you supposed to be the leader among all these mighty men?" Grow a set of balls, dude. And as Luffy's talking to him, his words are very bold. They're very harsh. They're very blunt. And yet at the same time, Momonosuke needed to hear it. Because if you look at it, Kanemon didn't really stand up to him too much. Kanjuro, oh, he's a prince. Raizo, same thing. A little bit of interaction we've had with Raizo, same thing. Luffy's always just looked at him like another person. And when you have people like that who, when they're in these situations, they're in these positions of power, sometimes it's hard to forget that they're human too. They're human too. They have their issues. They need to be pushed from time to time as well. They need to be pushed outside their comfort zone. And Luffy says, make a decision. Depending on what your answer is, will help you. And you get these flashbacks, and you just see the strength building inside of Momonosuke, which is really awesome to see. You see the strength building inside of him. Momonosuke is looking at him. And he's like, hey, I really want you to help me. I really want you to help me bring back my father. Or excuse me, I really want you to help me avenge my father. He killed my mother, drove me off, helped me defeat Kaido. Luffy says, alright, it's an alliance then. Alliance means we're friends. And Law's like, you fucking idiot, that's not what it means. And what I like about that is Luffy did exactly what he told Momonosuke to, which is Luffy assessed the situation and he made a decision. And when Law says, like, well, what about our alliance? Luffy says, you don't mind, right? That lets you know that, like, Luffy's a big ass troll, but Luffy thought things through before he got to that situation, before he got to that answer. I mean, that's pretty cool. That says a lot. And I think Luffy was already gonna help, but hearing that Momonosuke's father was part of Gold Roger's crew, there's a potential for him to learn more about the former king of the pirates. I mean, Luffy was going to do it anyway. I mean, and at the end of the day, Kaido has to come down. It's something that was inevitable. And I like how Kanemon's like, we serve Momonosuke, but, we've just been searching for powerful warriors, powerful allies to help us in our quest. Straw Hat, I beg of you. Your strength, Law, your strength, it just blows me away. And Luffy really reminds me of my high school football coach, man. What he used to always say is, dazzle me with your brilliance or dazzle me with your bullshit, but never try and kiss my ass. And it's the same thing. Like, Luffy doesn't need to hear that, oh, my strength blows you away. He doesn't need to hear that. Luffy already knows who you are as a person. At this point, you just need to ask. You just need to ask, and the answer's going to be yes or no. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool to kind of see that, man. And I like how Zoro, as everything's just being broken down, Zoro's just like, I get what you're saying. You're saying that Doflamingo and Caesar are working as an extension of Kaido. We're trying to learn the secrets of the world or whatever from you guys. You were his servants. Zoro's already putting the pieces together. I mean, it's just showing that, like, Luffy has very strong characters around him mentally, but Zoro's sharp as attack. And that kind of brings me to another thing. When you look at, like, the worst generation, once again, it's one of those things where I feel like Oda's setting something up here, because in the SBS corner right before this chapter, before chapter 819, you see Zoro as the only Straw Hat who stands out. Like, you have Luffy and then Zoro. They're part of the same crew, and yet Zoro's surrounded by all these leaders. He's surrounded by all these leaders. I mean, I feel like Zoro's gonna leave the crew. And part of the reason he's not a big fan of going to go bring Sanji back to the crew. And when Luffy's like Sanji's like having 1,000 men. Zoro's like, yeah, I'm like having 2,000 men. Zoro's like, yeah, 2,000 men, 2,000. Say it again, 2,000. Like, and Nami's like, sure you are. I mean, there is a strength gap between Zoro and Sanji, man. That much, I think that much has become apparent. I like Sanji a little better than Zoro. I kind of flip back and forth between two. I like him a little better right now. But what I love is that Luffy forms this alliance, and he's got the minks, and now he's got the samurai. Kinemon says that there are seeds for rebellion that has already been planted in Wano. It's like the stage is set for a huge confrontation with Kaido, but before we get there, Luffy's like, yeah, I'm not going to fight Big Mom. It's just like, when the fuck has Luffy ever been able to sneak into anywhere? Like, Luffy's going to fight Big Mom. We might as well get ready for that. And I think that what's going to be dangerous is, while Luffy's doing that, Kaido's men might make their move, because Jack looks at it and he's like, okay, we ain't gotta kill these minks. Y'all done fucked that up. We're gonna go kill that fucking elephant. Kill the fucking elephant and they're done. I mean, this is getting good, man. This is getting good. But I want to ask you guys, what's the difference, in your opinion, between the power between Zoro and Sanji? You know, on a scale from 1 to 10, what's Zoro and what's Sanji, and why do you come up with the ratings? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.